I believe in certain circumstances it should be okay. But when it becomes a point that the taxpayers are paying for young children to use abortion as a form of birth control, that's where I draw the line. That's when I say, where are you now? When you're sitting there crying and complaining about gun control because a school shooting happened. Oh, we need to protect our kids. Where were you for protecting the kids when you were allowing that to happen at Planned Parenthood? Just out of curiosity. Where were you? I didn't hear you complaining about stop the abortions at Planned Parenthood. Save our babies at Planned Parenthood. Where were you then when all those thousands and thousands and thousands of babies were killed? Yet a few children were killed in the mass shootings. And then you want to take guns away. So isn't that kind of like a double standard right there? Where don't try to take our guns away because all of a sudden some kids got killed. You're not worried about children's lives. If you were that worried about children's lives, then you would be more concerned about Planned Parenthood than you would be about gun control. Because guns do not kill people. People kill people. You do realize that more people get killed by people's hands each year than people get killed by guns. You do realize that more people get killed by foreign objects in their throat each year than they do by guns. In other words, choking, that sort of thing. So, a school shooting happens, and all of a sudden you're worried about the kids, yet you weren't worried about the damn kids when it came time for abortion. I don't understand it. And this is where it seems to get me with the left side and their liberal leaning ways. I'll never understand it, but hey, I still digress there. Who am I? I'm just a nobody. I'm some guy that sits here and talks on a show. So, when you guys can start worrying about taking care of Planned Parenthood and taking care of killing children there, then start worrying about gun control and what's happening in the schools because you don't care about it there. You don't care about it in the urban streets. Because if you did, why aren't you complaining about these gang killings that happen in Chicago? Why am I not hearing this on CNN, NBC in Trenton, New Jersey about this gang shooting? Why is it that every time there's a gang shooting or something like that, where are you crying about gun control then? You're not, because these places have some of the toughest gun control laws. And gun control does not work, will never work. And if somebody can tell me how it would work, I'd be glad to hear your opinion. If you really could tell me how gun control could work in any way, anyhow, that it could better our lives, could be better for anybody. I mean, more power to you. I'll tell you what. Give me a second. Now, just one second. I'm sorry. I'm looking through a couple things here real quick. And but like I said, if somebody out there can go ahead and tell me how gun control would work, I'd be more than happy to debate you about it. Now, in 1 second, I'm going to give you something because I'm getting really frustrated right now with a certain thing. So hold on 1 second. I'll just go ahead and play you a little song while I go ahead and try to figure this out real quick. So let me go la 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 and sing kind of funky songs. And just for Mr. Daryl, I said I know he likes some James Brown, so let me play him a little bit of James Brown while he's not here. I said I think some of his songs were coming out last night, so I'll go ahead and play him another song from James Brown. Let's see what I can come up with. I said, I'm sure I can find him something nice and neat that I missed out on yesterday. I said, I know I got the first one out of there with I feel good, but, what's it? You know what? Here's another thing for all you liberals. The one thing that will help you think more than anything. Where is it? I know this song. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, come on. Oh boy, why can't I find my favorite song by James Brown? Ooh. Oh well, I'll just play this one for right now. Here you go. Now here you go. And now? And it would help if I unmute it, wouldn't it?
Now, he's a Southerner, of course. He was born in Augusta, Georgia, where he worked on a farm, picked cotton, worked in a coal yard, and always sang his songs. So we are delighted to present James Brown on our stage on this show. So let's have a fine welcome for our very fine talent. Yeah.
And a little bit of James Brown. Now, thing is that if anybody can tell me how gun control in the United States would work, any way, shape, or form, if you can absolutely do that, call me now, 864 406-9210. I'll take your phone call right now and have an honest debate with you. If you can tell me how gun control would help save anybody's lives within the United States. Not how it was meant for musket balls and all the other less mumbo jumbo BS. If you can honestly come up with a great comeback with why I should believe that gun control should even be thought about in the United States due to school shootings, due to any shootings. If you can prove to me that what's happening in Chicago right now, what's happening in LA right now, what's happening in New Jersey right now, with the toughest gun laws around, if you can prove to me that with their tough gun laws, that it's actually preventing shootings, you know what? Come on the radio. Tell me about it. I want to hear about it. 864 it's 406-9210. Because I guarantee you, there's nobody out there that will be able to get on here and tell me where gun control will work anywhere. Because when you have the biggest cities that have the toughest gun laws, Chicago, they were giving people $500,000 gift cards for turning their guns in at Christmas time. How do I know this? I just happened to be a truck driver at that time, and I was driving through and I was listening to it on the radio. They were talking about the gun turn-in policy. You bring your gun in today, and we will trade and we'll give you a gift card, Visa gift card, for $500 to $1,000 for your weapon. And I was like, wow. Didn't matter if it was operational or not. I was like, wow. I was about to start bringing in guns from different states going, let me go buy a couple $100 guns and come back and get $500 gift cards from Chicago. They're really dumb. Because no matter what they were buying, I said, it doesn't matter. You're not going to stop gun violence. You are not going to stop the criminals from getting guns into their hands. The whole underworld of gang violence comes from them buying guns without people knowing. They don't want people knowing where they bought their guns from. They buy guns with scratched off serial numbers. They wear gloves when they have their guns. As I showed you, or basically told you earlier by reading the article, the one article that even was worth anything, because all four of them were basically exactly the same. So they were basically one article about the whole shooting thing. Just an updated version of it is all I saw. But it proved there that the criminals will still get guns. These are convicted felons. Do you know that when a person is convicted of a felony for the rest of his life, he will never own a gun again? He signs a paper when he leaves prison that he will never own a firearm or weapon or have one in his proximity anytime, anywhere. So, with that being said, how is it that